victories. His opponent is the hard-hitting hillbilly, Kevin Croom, with 18 career wins.
Got a big height advantage with 5'11 to 5'7 and a big reach advantage. Croom needs to keep Macapa from getting inside and landing with that power.
Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here at Bellator 218, we go to the featherweight division. Set now for 3 5-minute rounds. We introduce first the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in 145.1 pounds. His professional record, 18 wins, 11 losses. He fights out of Kansas City, Missouri. Kevin, the hard-hitting hillbilly Croom. And across the cage is adversary out of the red corner at 5'7", weighing in 145.9 pounds. As a professional, the veteran brings 21 victories, 4 defeats, 2 draws, hailing from Macapa, Brazil, presenting jhon Macapa. And the referee in charge of the action, jhon Vallel.
Jhon Vallel, our referee, a happy belated birthday to our buddy jhon Vallel. He is now 73 years old.
Fighter.
He looks it.
jhon Macapa, Kevin Croom. Here we go. Red gloves for the veteran jhon Macapa. 8th Bellator fight. Kevin Croom in the blue gloves. Tonight's fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste. And only 96 calories.
Yeah, Kevin Croom is coming out. He's squatting down. He's getting low. That is not what he needs. He wants to keep at length. And if he allows jhon Macapa to get his feet set and if he comes into him, jhon Macapa's got a lot of power in both hands. He needs to be careful with what he's doing and try to keep him to the outside. Utilize that jab just like he's using right there. And use those kicks to set him up.
Macapa has yet to earn a finish inside the Bellator cage, and he just got rocked. Croom pushing forward now. Kevin Croom took this fight on late notice, replacing Georgi Karhanian, who was moved up to our main event of the evening against Emmanuel Sanchez.
This little time right here, this is good for Jhon. He's able to recover from that shot. He's got double unders on him. Croom should be taking and shucking those arms through. He doesn't want to be on that outside with the arm up high. He's not going to do it. There you go. Get the arm to the outside there.
Step over.
As they tangle, Ashley Grimshaw, unable to fight. Hurt a couple of weeks ago. So Georgi Karhanian moves up to the top spot, and Kevin Croom gets an opportunity to fight for the second time in his Bellator career. How about this, John? The first time he fought in Bellator was Bellator 26, August of 2010. By the way, he won that fight by rear naked choke.
Oh, that was a big knee inside he just took. That was straight to the ribs, coming up. That hurt. Right now, you're seeing a difference in strength. Macapa is able to move him where he wants. He's controlling with those inside underhooks, and he's able to just do what he wants right now. Other than the big shot that he did take, he's recovered from it, and he's back to being the guy who's starting to control the fight.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt for Macapa was earned back in 2012 in his homeland of Macapa, which he represents with his last name, John Teixeira. Real name, he goes by Macapa, as many of the Brazilians do. Nova União, and his home in Macapa is where he trains. Look at Andre Pederneiras, though. He's opened his own training center.
Think about the guys that Macapa is training with. Dantes, Jose Aldo, all these killers. He is training day in and day out with guys that are just absolutely top of the food chain.
Maybe BJ Penn was there for about 6-7 weeks. Don't forget, once again, it's the rematch between the former title challenger, Emmanuel Sanchez, the former two-time title challenger, as we mentioned a moment ago, and rocked him there. Georgi Karhanian. Bellator MMA is live at 9 o'clock on Paramount Network. I like how Macapa reached to connect with that right hand, John.
Both of those hands are starting to land with some power. He hit him with a right-left combination, then that right hand straight through. Croom needs to pick his head up. Do not duck your head down. You're going to end up seeing something coming up that you're not going to be able to move away from. uppercut coming inside. Quit dropping the head. You got to keep the head up so you can see exactly where you're at, where your opponent's at. Kroom is starting to take too many big shots, and this is where Macapa is strong. He has got power in both hands, and if he can set his feet and throw, he's hard to deal with.
Fourth fight for Macapa here at the WinStar World Casino and Resort. We are here for our 19th time. 20 times Mohegan Sun has hosted Bellator MMA. Macapa was stopped for the first time in his career last time out in what was his 27th professional fight, knocked out by A.J. McKee, trying to rebound from that defeat.
That was something he was definitely not expecting. He was expecting to have a very good performance against A.J. McKee. A.J. just came out, he was unorthodox to him, and as Macapa started to open up and trying to land the big shot, A.J. McKee, he's got all the tools. He is a hard man to deal with, and you're going to see him fight for that title soon.
Round one.
Hey, big breath for me? You're looking great, buddy. You look great. Look at you.
Here's the shot. Boom. That's the shot that puts Macapa down. You can see his hands going back. When you see his hands going back, Mike, it's telling you, yeah, he got hit, but he's not hurt. His brain is still there. And then here comes Macapa back, landing. Big right hand, pushing Kroom back. Big knee inside. There was a lot of volume and a lot of damaging shots at Macapa. Here comes the right hand. Boom. Straight through. Left hook. Those big shots, even though Kroom put Macapa on his butt, Macapa made it up. If you're asking me, that's a 10-9 round for John Macapa.
That first sequence, John, that you talked about, the first shot was Muay Thai style with that hand behind the neck, pull it down on the neck, and then delivering the uppercut. Then the straight is one that really hurt him. Round two, red gloves for John Macapa, representing his homeland in Brazil, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro. Kevin Kroom, born in Columbia, Missouri, fighting out of Kansas City. 39 combined career wins for the 31 and 32-year-old battling here tonight.
That uppercut was just off the mark. Macapa bringing the knee up. He's got a good Muay Thai plum. He's holding that head well. Kroom needs to crush that distance, get his head up high above Macapa's head to keep himself safe.
What's better than the Muay Thai plum with one hand and an uppercut? Two hands and a knee.
It's so hard. There's so many different things in MMA, and a guy will think, hey, I'm good in this position. You know, and they look and they work out with guys that, you know, they'll do that technique, and they think, I can handle that, and then they'll run into that guy who's different. You know, that's the same as, you know, Rich Franklin fought Anderson Silva. Thought he was going to out-muscle someone in a clinch or in a Muay Thai plum, wanted to be there, and then when he was there, oh my God, I have no idea what I'm doing against this guy.
Macapa really turning up the heat here.
He's hitting him with big shots now. Those are starting to add up. You're seeing the damage on Kroom's face.
Yep, he's bloodied up. Kroom had a 10-fight win streak from November of 2012 to February of 2014.
No doubt, Kroom's a gamer, man. Look, he's still coming forward. He's still going after it. He's trying to land shots. Macapa's getting tired from throwing hard shots. Again, he needs to start just backing his shots off, touch him, and then land a big shot when it's open.
The clinch is about technique. Throwing that head around. The head leads the body, as unfortunately Rich Franklin found out the real nasty way.
This is a good thing for Kroom right here. Getting this, he's got double unders. He's got the ability, but look at that. Beautiful. Hard goes from John. Brings it down. He's also got it locked up with an anaconda right now. He has the ability to choke him out, even in the standing position here, if he keeps this tight.
He's got it locked in.
He's in trouble, I'm telling you. That's why he's going down to a knee. He's trying to relieve the pressure. Jhon decides to let it go. He knows he doesn't have it.
Good, solid performance thus far for Macapa. Coming off fights against A.J. McKee, former champion Pat Curran, and former top contender Daniel Weichel, who he fought to a split decision back in Budapest.
The biggest difference is you're looking at this, they both have this Muay Thai club they're going after. Macapa's back is straight. His ability to hold that plum while his back is straight, even though Kroom's got the plum, he's not putting the same pressure. When you're seeing Kroom have the plum put on him, he's bending at the back. It takes a lot of strength to hold himself in that position. That's the difference that you're seeing between the two.
Kroom is being busted up, and he's slowing down drastically.
It's like a lumberjack. He just keeps on chopping at the tree, hitting it with shots. Little bits and pieces of wood are coming off, and they're starting to take an effect. They're weakening that whole base.
Especially the body shots.
Big shot, he just took him in.
That shot was a bit telegraphed, and Macapa loads up and lands clean. As I mentioned, Macapa looking for his first finish as a Bellator fight. He's working diligently to get it. 45 on the clock here in the second. Again, as Kroom comes in somewhat slowly, Macapa goes low and winds up.
And we talked about him dropping his head earlier in the fight. And this is exactly what you're seeing. He's continuing to do that. That uppercut is coming in, and it's hurting him. It's doing damage to him. He's got to change his approach on coming in to Jhon Macapa.
Final seconds of the second.
Break clean. There we go, gentlemen.
Listen to me. When you get in the clinch, I need elbows and knees. You are exposing this kid in the clinch. Do you understand me? Don't take any shots. You're not setting them up.
James Krause.
Like I need your hands rolling. I need you to get your hands rocking. Do you understand? Set everything up. Remember I said I want you to fight? I want you to fight now. I want
the
you
shots,
to
Macapa. Left hook, right.
Can I get that? Can I get to the dog fight?
Hey, we need this round, Kevin.
Hey,
all
look,
these
we
big
gotta
winging
get this
shots.
round.
Now that's taking a
And we
lot
may
of
need to
gas out of
finish. It's close. I
Macapa,
don't
but
know.
they're
I
landing.
need your hand.
Here comes the
Can we
uppercut.
get the dog?
Boom,
Can we
right
fucking
on the
dog?
chin.
Can we go?
Nice
Can we
job.
go? Can we
That's
fucking
what
go?
makes
Let's
Kroom's
go.
shot, his
Let's
right
go.
hand
Get
miss.
this motherfucker.
It's a matter of one guy is touching the other one at about a 5-to-1 rate. That's why Jhon Macapa doesn't have many marks on his face, even though he's been hit by a big shot. You can take a look. Kroom is taking a lot of damage.
Up until 2 weeks ago, Jhon Macapa was training for Georgi Karhanian. Karhanian got moved up, Kroom got moved in.
Oh, another right uppercut.
And walks right into about the 5th or 6th uppercut of this fight.
Kroom has got hard, man. I love the way this guy's going after the fight. He's got no quit in him. His corner, James Krause, still, do you want this fight? He's sitting there shaking his head, yes, and he's proven it by everything he's trying to do.
Fingers over that kid.
Not a good thing of turning his back with Jhon Macapa. Macapa's got a very strong top game in jiu-jitsu.
10 wins by submission. Can he get one here?
This is not looking good for Kroom. He's got to be very careful and not making a mistake with his hands. Macapa is high, and what he should do is try to get himself into where he's got his base up. And that's why Macapa is bringing himself back. If he could have gotten his base up and shook him off, he had a chance of getting him off his back. Right now, Macapa, with this lace on the arm, is keeping himself in place.
Kroom has been stopped in his last 5 setbacks. 3 by submission. He's been put on his back. He's been punched in the face, kicked in the leg, but he's still going.
He's got no quit in him, and again, just turned his back. That's not something I would suggest right now. Macapa is still high. He's getting a little bit too high on him, and that's giving Kroom the ability to try to control the hands and get him off. Kroom is at that point where now the gas tank is near the end. He doesn't have a whole lot left in it, but Macapa is tired too, and he's just trying to control hands right now. But Macapa can bring, he's in a seatbelt position, bring that arm just like it is. All he's got to do is go to a gable grip. He doesn't even have to lock it in. He's going to be able to get a choke.
See if he can get it here. And he's out. John, you said you've seen Kevin Kroom in armbar situations that have his arm bending the wrong way, and he didn't tap.
Oh, no. Look at, there's no doubt Kevin Kroom is tough. He's got no quit in him. You know, when your arm is bending in a rainbow the wrong way, anyone can see that's painful. When a guy sits there and goes, nah, I'm fine. A la Hoist Gracie against Matt Hughes long ago. You look, you go, okay, I know you're not fine, but man, you're tough.
I think it's Dan Hardy and George St. Pierre.
Exactly.
He became Gumby, not Jeremy Horn that night. Past the midway point, third and final round.
And what you're seeing out of Macapa is Macapa's tired, so he's just getting into these ride positions, holding on, letting time go by because he's not getting hurt, and he's controlling the fight. He's not into trying to end the fight at this point.
Well, up until his last fight, he had not finished nor been finished. Finished by A.J. McKee.
Here's a bad position.
Can he get a finish here, John?
Look at the hips into the middle of his back, heavy. Good job by Kroom to get back to a base. He needs to keep that base. Watch the hands, don't let the arm come across. It's already there, so he's just got to be sure that that other hand does not lock it in.
John Macapa has pretty much thrown everything at Kevin Kroom.
He's throwing the kitchen sink at him, and he's tired. And I don't blame him. He's put a lot of energy out, and Kevin Kroom has taken everything he has given him and has stayed in this fight. You have to be very impressed by the effort of Kevin Kroom.
1 minute on the clock. Third and final round. Fighters right in front of our broadcast position.
Kroom trying to unlace the leg. You see he's pinching down on the left arm of Macapa because he knows that arm's there. I know I'm not going to get choked. Getting himself back to a position where his face down is not good for him. He'd be much better having Macapa on his back and having his weight on top of Macapa.
28th professional fight for John Macapa.
This right now, and this is the worst position as far as positions in MMA that you can be in, having someone on your back, because there's nothing you can do to them. They have the ability to punch you. You don't have the ability to do anything to them.
30th professional fight for Kroom, and this one is going to go the distance.
Right clean.
Here's some of the work done by jhon Macapa. Beautiful left, straight down the pipe. Makes Kevin Croom miss with that right hand just based upon where that left hand landed. Look at the uppercut. Boom. Turns his head. Croom is tough, man. He takes that. That's a hard shot to take and not end up on your butt. Here's at the end, the ground and pound of Macapa. Croom is just out of gas. It's not that he's getting hurt. There's just no way for him to stop what's occurring, and he doesn't have the gas tank to use that energy to get himself out.
Here we go, here we go. All right, we're facing
Judges
forward. Right here.
have rendered their decision once again. We check in with Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go with your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Michael Bell, 30-26. Judge Ron McCarthy, 29-27. Judge Todd Anderson, 30-26. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision, jhon Macapa.
Jhon Macapa snaps his 3-fight losing streak, wins by unanimous decision, the 22nd victory of his performance.